The following broadcast is intended for mature audiences. These are real people sharing very real, deeply personal experiences. This content may be considered triggering for others and for those who are sharing. The chat room is a privilege intended for discussions and sharing. You are not being asked to agree, but you are being asked to stay civil and refrain from personal attacks. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, welcome back to Am I Mental, the usually weekly life podcast where people share real stories about their issues living lives with mental health issues and dealing with things that impact mental health. I'm your host, E, and with us as always are the co-hosts, Bexy.
Hello.
And C.
Hello.
So, this season, we've talked about it a number of times. It's cursed. So Tuesday, the guest that we were supposed to have didn't make it to the pre-show, and that's okay. You know, it happens. He's been having a tough time. He reaches out today and says, "Hey, I want to do it. Let's go ahead and go for it." Comes into the little pre-show, and it wound up just being too much. It was overwhelming, and he needed to take a break from this, walk away. So we're just going to be doing a recap episode and let you guys know what to expect going forward. And he might jump back in. He does have the link. He's more than welcome to. We just don't know how it's going to go, and that's fine. You know, as we told him to, it's like there's nothing to apologize for. He has to take care of yourself first. The podcast will always be here, and that's kind of leads to why I said the mostly weekly live podcast. We're going to be taking 3 weeks off after this. Schedule out the new season. Take a break for a little bit. It's been a long 6 months of weekly podcasts. With the only break that we've had was like New Year's, like Christmas. Mm-hmm. It's been a long ride. It has been really long. So we need to recharge a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of where that is right now. But of course, as always, if you want to help us out, now would be a really good time. We are about to have to pay for the annual fee for Spreaker hosting. So if you want to donate, please do so. mimental.net/donate. Every penny that has ever been donated to us, even through sales of the Am I Mental gear off of Teespring, thank you to everybody who's purchased. That definitely has helped out. Every penny goes right back into the podcast. We keep nothing for ourselves. And by all means, if you want to buy a t-shirt, face masks, even though the mask mandate's pretty much gone in most places, we still have them for those that still want them. The tote bags, seriously, the tote bags are amazing. I use my tote bag all the freaking time. It is amazing. This thing is so freaking durable. I was thinking, yeah, it's going to be some cheap, flimsy thing. It's going to fall apart after like 3 weeks. Nah, this thing's going to last. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, check it all out. Help us out and help us reach other people, help them as well. So, interesting things happened recently. My wife lost her job on Friday. So she got home kind of early in the day, and I was like, wait, what is she doing here? And she's, I lost my job. She wasn't overly emotional about it, but she really didn't like it because she was planning on transferring to another part of the company when they finished building a massive center just blocks from our house. However, today, during her interview, they hired her on the spot. Unemployed for 6 days. I wish I could have that kind of luck job hunting.
It's awesome that happened, though.
It
Absolutely
really is.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah. It's a pay cut. This is ever since she got her license, every job she's taken has been a slight pay cut from the one before it. But the hours have been getting basically better and better overall. This one, she's going to be working graves, or like night shift, which kind of sucks. But I'll still be able to do the podcast because she doesn't have to be at work until 10:30. So that's good. Just going to miss her. But the way the schedule works is that it's 4 days on, 2 days off. That way you kind of slowly rotate through the weeks. So, like, some weeks she'll have both weekend days off, and then the next week she'll have 1 weekend day off, and then it'll be like 3 more weeks before she has another weekend day off. It's just the way they do things, and whatever, she accepted it, and that's good. I will say that when she lost her job, it really rocked me, and I was like, why is this bothering me? It isn't about me. This is about her. Why am I flipping out and spitting out? And it was because of the sense of security of having 2 incomes was ripped away. It took me a few days to figure that one out. Once I figured it out, I was in a much better position to be able to help her. Damn it, Bexy. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down.
Hey, it was right there. I had to. I mean, when Kat comments thumping a drum, I'm like, tub thumping. It was there.
Chumbawamba, tub thumping. Yeah, so that's how things went with us. DeVern just probably said one of the nicest things I've read in a long time. Your voices have become my home.
That
Aww.
hit me. He also says low-hanging fruit tastes so good.
My fruit hangs low because I'm getting old. Does that taste good?
I'd have to confer with someone about that. I have no idea.
But outside of that, my SAD completely under control. It's just been sunny and getting kind of warm. We have ourselves a nice sized pool. It's an above ground pool, but it's using PVC pipe to hold it up. It has a filter. We have to maintain it as if it's a regular pool. So we're always checking like pH levels and chlorine levels and all that stuff. And we almost had to drain it because the youngest one decided to dump handfuls and bucketfuls of pea gravel into the pool. That was fun to clean up, let me tell you.
I bet.
Yeah, so that tells us we're not quite ready for an in-ground pool because little shit's a shithead.
I wonder where he gets it from.
I have no idea. Probably from his mother. But yeah, so that's pretty much my update. I'm still temping at where I work. I had some attendance issues, which is why they haven't brought me on. But everything started to click this week. And I am killing it. And I'm comparing myself to the people around me, and I'm killing it. So hopefully I'll get hired on full-time soon. That would be really nice because, yeah, I want free stock. So, Bexy, you have any updates?
Oh, I have a couple. I'm going to start with the bad news first. I haven't been feeling the best lately. There has been a ton of bad weather in my area that has really, really got me down. My pain levels have increased significantly. I am starting to find bruises and things all over the place that I don't know how I'm getting them. I have an appointment with the doctor in around a month or so, and I am going to have some more tests done to see if there is any more, if I've developed another autoimmune disease, which is quite common with Hashimoto's. So they're looking into fibromyalgia, which there really isn't a test for, but also for lupus, and help me with the pronunciation because I'm going to botch it.
Oh, jeez. I gotta find it again.
I was just talking to you about it, and I can't remember. This is my brain fog. I'm sorry.
Pulling up my history right now.
Same thing happens to me, man. Same thing happens to me.
I got it. It is Sjogren's syndrome.
Yes. Sjogren syndrome. I have noticed an increase in an increase in very dry eyes and mouth and some other issues. I'm having a lot of difficulty swallowing even liquids right now, and I will randomly choke on them when I should have no problem whatsoever. I'm also losing my voice more and more. I will wake up some days and randomly not be able to speak. So yeah, that's what's going on with me in the negative aspect. You can tell you that I am, just from him seeing me over video chat, I'm swollen more now than I've been in the past. Things are kind of just, ugh.
Yeah, I've noticed that if you've been struggling more to get on the podcast, you've been struggling more for the pre-shows.
Yeah,
you've been quieter.
It has been it has been difficult because I feel so bad, and I'm running out of energy. I'm out of spoons so much faster, which sucks. But I'm still doing my best to, show up and do what I can. I feel horrible on the days when I just can't make it.
And again, like we just told the last guest too, you take care of you, the podcast will always be here. You don't need to feel horrible about it.
Oh, I know, but I always will. It's just my nature.
And I always poke fun at you feeling bad about it when you shouldn't.
And I'll keep reassuring you that it's okay.
I know. I love the both of you. So yeah, that's my bad news. I'll know more. I'll know more for sure in around a month's time. So right now it's just kind of up in the air. If nothing else, if they find, if they don't find any evidence of any other autoimmune issues or anything like that, then maybe it's time for a med change or something, because I've got to be able to function a little bit better than I am lately.
Yeah, and last thing you need is to be like Jim Carrey, me, myself, and Irene with the cotton mouth.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I forgot my drink, and I'm pretty. I'm trying to work up some spit, but it's not happening.
Well, this might be a worthy use of a spoon. Go get yourself your drink.
Yeah, I will. But yeah, so that's the bad news. I do have a bit of good, exciting news. I know you guys know I've been published before, but recently there is an online magazine that has seen a lot of my poetry and stuff on Twitter, and they have been retweeting me, and I finally looked into it and have submitted some things for them, so hopefully I'll be published again soon.
Which is
awesome. Yes. And Tommy just asked if I had any vision change at all, and no, I don't have any vision change. Tommy, I am a diabetic, but my blood sugar is well controlled. I haven't had issues with the blood sugar at all.
Aw, and Kat's sending you gentle huggies.
Oh, I love the huggies. I'll take them all.
I have some huggies. Greg still wears diapers, so.
Not that kind of huggies.
Hey, he's a big boy now. He's got his pull-ups.
Yay!
And sometimes he actually does go to the potty. Just depends on his mood.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. See, I'm the type of person that when a little kid is potty training and they finally go to the potty, I get all excited. I make a big deal out of it. I'm like, woo, you went in the potty, and I'm dancing around and singing with the kid. I look like a butthead, but
Yeah,
I don't care because
They
you
love it.
got to get a kid excited about potty training.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have an app. It's Potty Time, I think is what it's called, or something. Potty Whiz. And when they go potty, they put in whether they did a 1 or a 2, and did they wash their hands, did they flush, did they tell a parent, and all that. And then when it's done, it does a fireworks display when they have accomplished everything properly. And it does a little
motivation.
It does a little ta-da, and then the fireworks just boom, boom, boom. It's pretty cool. And we also
That's awesome.
And we have a box of potty prizes. It's like those little birthday prizes with like the little slotted plastic glasses and some noisemakers and just a big box of just random shit. Just for when they go potty. And of course, when you're like 3 years old, that shit's amazing.
Oh, hell yeah. When you're that little, stickers are the most
It's
amazing
treasure
thing in the
trove.
world.
Hey now, I'll have you know that my 20-year-old still loves stickers.
Well, I still love stickers, and I'm 41, so nah.
I actually got my 20-year-old and my mental die cut sticker. And she's like, this is worthy. Put it up on her board. She is
Awesome.
very picky about which stickers go up there. And I'm like, I told her too, it's like, even if just because it's from my ass, if you don't want to put it on your board, I won't get butthurt over it much.
Much.
No, but she legitimately liked it.
Good.
But yeah, now the next step, Bexy, you got to get published, as in, write a book of poetry and go to a publisher. Or even
I'm
self-publish
trying.
on Amazon. I know. That's
Self-publishing is what I've been looking into, but honestly, I sit down to try and I can't focus on it. I'm having issues with that. And I'm not sure who to ask for help with it. So
Right.
I've backburnered it for a little bit because I'm still writing. I just
and now I'm racking
I
my
don't know what
brain
I'm
for
doing.
published writers that I may know. I don't really know any.
yeah.
You're in.
I don't really know any, and I've tried to ask like the Twitter writing community, but all they do is give generic advice like try publishing it on Amazon. Like I don't already know that. Thank you though. I'm going to find a way to do it.
You'll get there. I have
Yeah,
faith in you.
I know I will.
Yes.
I'm going to keep kicking your butt about publishing a book like you kept kicking my butt about this podcast.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
I've noticed. I have a somewhat capitalistic boot print across my booty.
Yup. So, C, how about you? Any updates?
A lot, actually. I'll start off with the bad news, like Bexy did. Mental health has been swinging. Like, what are those things called? Pendulum?
Yep.
Pendulum?
Pendulum.
That. Yes, exactly like that. Random every single day. Some days the odd feeling is light, and then other days the odd feeling is so bad that I don't even feel like I'm a human.
Been there. Isn't it fun when you kind of
one
view
of those
your own
strong
life?
feelings.
Isn't it kind of fun when you feel that you're viewing your whole life from the third person? Like,
I mean, hasn't really felt like that for me. It just like looking in the mirror, it's like it's just a flesh vessel. That's not me.
okay, C's a demon.
Well, see that's just it. You're just not used to wearing that meat suit yet.
Yeah, I guess so. it's hard to explain, honestly. It's just an off feeling that I get. And I know it's an off feeling because I don't usually feel like it all the time. And the funny thing is, I had a swing of motivation for like a good week, maybe a week and a half, where I was consistent on taking care of myself, taking my dog on a walk, doing my homework on time, things like that. And now it's just kind of slid downhill to the point where obviously the audience can't see this, and you guys probably don't even notice either. But I haven't even washed my hair for like 2 weeks. It's been getting so bad that it looks wet, and it's not wet, it's oily.
Oh, been there, done that. Have you ever gone so long that when you go to even run your fingers through your hair, your head hurts? Like the scalp aches?
No, but I have gone a
Okay.
long time without changing my clothes.
Been there too. You ever go take off your underwear and it shatters? No, I'm just kidding. I've never been that bad. No,
Terrible.
but no, I've gone so long without bathing that the hair literally hurts. Like my scalp just hurts when the hair moves. Breeze hits and it hurts. And I mean,
Damn.
yeah, I don't want. Oh God, I don't want to be there again. I really don't want to be there again. It sucks so much. And what's really sucks is like my family, they don't really understand what I'm going through. So instead of being,
Right.
hey, are you okay? They look at it and go, oh, hey, can you come over and help change the oil in my car? We'll just use your hair. And I'm like, ha ha, thanks a lot, you fucking assholes. Not realizing, I mean, I am down. Like that I might as well just be getting kicked while I'm in the gutter, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it gets hard sometimes,
it does.
and
Definitely.
unless
And it,
people have the same issues, they don't realize that it's not that you don't want to do it.
it's just that I don't have the
It's just
motivation.
it's insurmountable at the moment.
I actually wrote an essay about that, insurmountable
Yes, you
tasks. Should I publish my essays?
I think you should.
I don't have very many. I only have like 3 or 4.
I think you should. I also think you should publish that short story.
Oh, the herb garden?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I
That's
I love that.
that story is so good.
You know, if we have time, I could go ahead and read it on the air.
Probably will have
Oh, that would be
time.
cool. Why wouldn't we have time?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, Steve still has the rest of her
yes.
of your update to do.
Yes, she does. Sorry.
Uh, yeah, it's just not a good time. And to top things all off, my niece, the one I talked about, the one that has Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, her aggression has gotten terrible, absolutely terrible, to the point where you can't tell her no. And if you tell her no, she'll have a breakdown. She'll scream at you, try to hit you. I don't even want to see your face anymore.
Oh.
Just the screaming, the kicking, the just being defiant. Yesterday, I was doing my homework, just sitting there. She had a breakdown, kind of, and went upstairs away from my parents because she was angry at them because she wanted a beef stick and she ate all the other one and my mom just wanted the last one. That was what it was about. And I was just doing my homework and she threw a blanket at me. Spilled my soda, which could have gotten on my what's it called? Those tower or whatever. Mostly got on my math. So that's good at least. Some of it got there, some of it did get near or on my mouse or computer. And I was pissed. I was beyond livid. And I'm still frustrated now because it's almost an everyday thing. Multiple days. Sometimes it's a mix. It's a mixed bag. Some days she'll be perfectly fine. she'll be nice. She'll actually share. She won't be as defiant as she usually is, but then it's that day where she just wants to have her way, but she can't have her way. And she'll just lose it.
Let me guess.
She had one
if
today.
I can't have my way, nobody gets their way.
Kind of like that, except it's more like, I don't get my way, fine. I'm going to throw everything and anything. And if you get near me, I'll hit you, I'll kick you, I'll hiss at you, I'll throw things at you.
That is my 3-year-old exactly. But, 3 years old, that's expected.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit. Sorry.
Oh, I was saying that's my 3-year-old exactly. But at 3 years old, that's kind of expected behavior.
Right.
Right.
Not so much so in a 9-year-old going to 10.
Right. I did pull up the herb garden, just so you guys know.
We don't really know what.
Awesome.
Okay.
So you're saying
we don't really
know?
We don't really know what to do about it. They want to take her to like another professional, since she has quite a few of them. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, things have just been shit. That's the best way I can describe it. My mental health hasn't been that good. The days haven't been that good. It's just a shit show all over. But some good news is I'm going to see a specialist about a problem I've been having for like 3 to 4, maybe even 5 years now. So that's good.
Good.
I talked about it with my psychiatrist and therapist, and we're going to schedule something with me and Mom, and they're going to be there while we talk about it, and we'll see what happens. And I'm excited for it because I think it'll help so much.
That's awesome.
And we actually
Really awesome.
We actually have some comments for you. See, Bexy's jumping for him.
Yeah, I'm going. Okay. I don't know if they all showed up, but what I'm seeing is sounds like she'll be a rebel waiting for that leather jacket and guitar.
That was,
and I think that was, Devern meant for your niece. And I don't see anything else because my chat is being funky. So if there's something else, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So also, Devern mentioned about I don't have motivation often, but my feelings are so muted I can't count as depressed because I can't feel like doing anything bad. I don't know. Feeling absolutely nothing sounds depressed to me. It sounds like the worst part of depression. When you're so depressed that you feel nothing.
Oh, definitely.
Feel like doing nothing? Oh, God. May I refer you back to my comment about my hair hurting? That is horrible. I haven't brushed my teeth in a while, too. My teeth are yucky. I feel gross. I'm taking a shower and brushing my teeth and all that after this show. I did shave, though.
That's
good.
Good.
I did the whole shower thing right before the podcast. So
yeah, you said that you got the alert while in the shower. So.
Yep.
And May did ask, C, does your niece have ODD?
ODD? I honestly don't know. It has actually come to mind because psychology is one of my passions. So I look up a lot of disorders and just learn about them. It has actually come to my mind, but what they're seeing from the disorder is mostly ADHD symptoms and autism symptoms. But she's been tested for both, and she doesn't have them. It's just from the syndrome she has. But I have actually thought about that because she has just been super... It disrupts life greatly, absolutely phenomenally. And it doesn't help that her younger sister, who's like 3, going to 4, sees that and thinks it's okay. They're trying to teach her that it is not okay.
Yeah, I was wondering about the ODD diagnosis myself because I have a friend who has a child that was diagnosed as ODD, and if you don't know what that is, it's oppositional defiant disorder. And there were some really, the simplest things could set him off and provoke screaming tantrums and throwing things and the nastiest things said to people. I've seen it firsthand, and it's not pretty.
I wonder if that's why I take everything as a fight. Of course, self-diagnosis is the worst thing to do, especially over something that you just heard about.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it might be worth going, hey, Doc, do you think I have ODD? Because I don't really think you do. Fuck you, I do.
Well, Kat says she's hoping you get some relief soon, see?
Thank you. I'm hoping we do too, because it stresses my sister out beyond belief. She's trying to do everything she can. She's going to a neurologist. She's trying to find other specialists. Maybe even they suggested therapy. So we'll see if that happens. But it's overall just a very shit situation. Thank you, though. I hope it gets better.
And
Kat says, Kat says, that really sounds like a coworker. And then May says, no, that's because you troll literally every bridge in existence, LOL.
Not wrong. I will take stances completely opposed to what I actually believe, just to troll people. So yeah.
The ultimate troll. You're playing all sides, so you always come out on top.
Damn right. But one thing that was really cool that happened, and I was very, very thankful for it, and I feel I want to share it. The pre-show that we were supposed to have on Tuesday, Betsy couldn't make it because of her condition, and our guest didn't make it. And C and I, we just chilled for an hour and a half, and just talked, and it was awesome. And we discovered we have a hell of a lot in common, especially when it comes to taste and subreddits.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's so awesome, because, I mean, after the show is over, there are times, depending on what time it is, that E and I just sit and talk for forever. And of course, we talk all the time anyway. We're constantly, like, I text him like every day, so right. There's always something going on.
Right, it's one of those things. Like if I go like a day without hearing from Betsy, I'll be like, "You okay?" just checking in on you. And sometimes like, "Oh, I'm great, just busy." Okay, good.
And vice versa. Even if at least once a day, I expect like a meme or something at least once, and then I know everything's all right.
Although most of our memes that we send back and forth tend to be pretty political at times, so it's like I still don't know where C stands politically, and I'm afraid to send stuff sometimes. 'Cause I'm like, this might piss you off, so I don't know.
No, send it to me. Send it to me.
Okay. Again, no.
Well then,
there's one side I tend to bash way harder than the other, but I'm equal opportunity. My thing is that definitely. One side is active, so they leave themselves open for bashing. The other side does nothing. So you want to sit there and prod them with a stick. Like, come on, do something.
It's like poking the bear in Dumb Ways to Die.
Yeah, yes! All right, Kat, you said that you discovered new subreddits that you're obsessed with now. Spill the beans.
Yes, what are they?
Because I liked, we were talking about ones like idiots fighting things. That one's a fun one. What's this bug? I love that one.
r/curse comments.
Yes, and I have gotten the curse comment award for making a curse comment inside of a curse comment. I was so proud of that.
Curse comment inception.
I am not on Reddit as much as I should be, obviously, but I love the spiders Reddit. That's what I'm there for. I'm like, ooh, pretty.
And Spider Bro. Cat, damn it, Gumby, should have expected that question. And Devern, if I told you the subreddits I'm obsessed with, I think you'd all just check out forever. I don't know, man. I get into pretty weird shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen some pretty stuff on there.
Yeah, I've seen things. Better Every Loop is a really good one, though.
Oh yeah, that one is too. Oddly satisfying.
Yeah.
Rare insults.
I love Rare Insults. Oh my god, that one's so good. One that I really like, and I don't usually chime in very often, but I really like watching it, is called Change My View.
Oh, I have that one too.
That one is, there's some really good things in there to read. And there's some that's like, I may completely disagree, but everyone in there is so civil, and they put things that are so well thought out and sourced and everything. That it's like, I have no choice. Total respect to everybody that's in there.
Yes. Yes. That's all I can really say.
Cringetopia is a good one.
Yeah.
There have been a few times I've gone, ugh. It's one of those ones like, I want to downvote it because it's cringe, but that's the point.
Mine is just like, oh my god, there are actually people like this. And
Right?
it makes me feel better about myself just a little bit.
Right? Ask Ouija. That one is just fun. But
I
then,
like that one.
then you have Cursed Ouija, Wholesome Ouija, Jesus Christ Ouija,
Oh my goodness.
which are the best of answers. Like the Wholesome Ouija, it's all the nice answers. Cursed Ouija are the ones where you're just like, whoa, really? They just answered that? And then Jesus Christ Ouija is when you literally like shout out, Jesus Christ, people! What's wrong with you?
It's a mixed bag. With
Oh
Luigi.
my gosh.
I
The
found
Luigi board.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why that made me think of it, other than the fact that you just said Jesus Christ. I saw a meme today that where somebody was texting their father and they're like, I finally found religion, and their dad is like, you've never been religious. What are you talking about? And then there's a picture of Jesus in ICP makeup going, I found Juggalesus today.
Oh my god! Juggalesus? That's the name of my new band.
It's a perfect band name.
I also love Don't Help, Just Film, where someone's obviously
yes.
recording where there's something like some kind of struggle. Oh, yeah, don't help, just film. They got it, don't worry.
Or What Could Go Wrong.
Yeah.
I've seen that one too.
WWG, oh yeah, what, WCGW. Don't Dead Open Inside.
Oh
One too.
gosh.
Clever Comebacks.
Oh yeah.
Murdered by Words. Suicide by Words. Kamikaze by Words.
Kamikaze by Words I think is my favorite because not only are you roasting the living crap out of someone, you're taking yourself down in the process.
Exactly, you're hitting two birds with one stone. It's perfect.
It is. It really is. Fireworks Gone Wrong. I actually really like that one. Fireworks are amazing. When they go wrong, they're really exciting. Florida Man. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Full Scorpion. That's a. If you like Wipeout, there is a type of fall that is called a full scorpion. It's when you land basically on your chest or face, and your feet come back and hit you in the back of the head. So you kind of look like a scorpion. Some of those are pretty nasty. Not necessarily, definitely not for everybody. Kind of like Make My Coffin. You really don't want to go to Make My Coffin if you're squeamish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Ariel. Which subreddit do I need to send to you? She was asking me to send.
I think she's talking to me with the Juggalesus meme.
Oh, that okay.
Because I just sent it to her, and actually to you and Sam too.
Nice. And then Deverne, Florida is filled with mental health issues. They need to listen to this place. Yeah, yeah. I still say there's that alligator in Florida swimming around in the lake with a knife stuck in its skull. there's got to be a legend that the person that pulls the knife out of that alligator's skull and survives is the new king of Florida.
Of course. It's the mighty challenge. You have to get all of them in a battle arena just to get that knife out.
Yep. Another
They
really...
have to fight
Whoever prevails shall
for
be
it.
the ultimate Florida man.
Exactly. The Chad Florida man.
Another... That's awesome. Florida Chad. Another one I really, really like is wrong answers only. They give you a picture, and I ask, what is this? But you cannot answer correctly. The comment section is so much fun on that. Another good one, watch people die inside. When someone does something stupid and they get caught on film, they just get that look like they just died.
Yes. One of my favorites is to me IRL, for me IRL.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen me IRL. Oh yeah, unexpected cats. Unexpected.
I have a
Unexpected
whole
is
list.
a great one.
Blurred images and cursed images is also one of my favorites.
Yeah, blurst is good. Cursed,
Especially
I think,
the
is better.
blurred images.
Yeah,
The blurred image.
go for it.
The blurred images you could just send to someone without any context and let that be it.
Yeah, and people are like, "What?" Another really good one is technically the truth.
Oh yes.
It's where every statement is true, but it does nothing for answering the question.
Another one is boss fights. I love it. I just love people's creativity.
I have to check that one out.
It's basically where people take like a picture of, let's say, there was one of a Labrador with unsheathing a sword. It's basically stuff like that, except they give them way ass cool names and make them
Nice.
basically a boss.
Malicious compliance.
Yes.
One of the best out there. I love being maliciously compliant. Not gonna lie. If I don't like my job, I will be maliciously compliant. You can't fire me because I did what you told me to. I just didn't do it in the spirit you told me to.
Another one is
Devern.
brand new sentences.
What was that?
Brand new sentences. Like people saying something for the first time ever.
I have to check that one out.
For example, go ahead.
Go for it. Give the example.
For example, oh, look at that. It's a shark eating a cheeseburger.
Kind of like, please hand me that piano.
Yes, exactly. It's a sentence that's probably never been said before.
I like it. Devern did have a great comment. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
That's from The Simpsons.
Ah, Simpsons did it.
I only know that because Mr. Burns has a room full of monkeys that are supposed to be writing the great American novel. And when he pulls one of the pages out of the typewriter, that's what's written on it. It was the best of times. It was the blurst of times.
It works.
I am such a
Blurst
Simpsons
times.
fanatic. I know way too much about that show.
Devern, shark eating the cheeseburger is probably code in the mafia. The Tommy last name, Shark has cheeseburger. I can has cheeseburger. Unbelievable what has come from that one image.
Oh my god, I love it.
It's like the
Because
entire
I
meme.
know.
The entire meme culture started there.
I
mean,
I
it's
now
evolved.
have a meme
Yeah.
of my dog that says, I see you has chimkin, and I has no chimkin.
It's supposed to be I got a hot
And
dog.
And it's literally Buttercup with her blet, her tongue hanging all the way out, and sitting up on her hind legs and her paws begging like she wanted the chimkin bad.
All right, so shall I go ahead and read the herb garden?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, everybody. This is a little bit heavy. This is Yeah, it's meant to make you think, and it's meant to challenge your view on things.
And it's amazing.
Well, thank you. Michael is standing in his kitchen, listening to the TV in the other room while drying his blue coffee mug. My Little Pony was ending in the background. A quizzical look flashed across his face. I don't really get that show, he thought to himself, but it does give me something to talk about. Now, Transformers is a show that I get. He carefully sets the mug in its proper place inside the cabinet above his Mr. Coffee. He quickly scans the kitchen, and once he's sure everything is in proper order, nods quickly to himself with a look of satisfaction, folds the towels in his hands, and carefully places it next to the sink. There, that's all finished, he says to himself, his hands clapping for the briskness of his wiping motion. Now to tend to the rest. In the background, some old lady proclaims, "Where's the beef?" For some reason, Michael finds this commercial amusing and chuckles to himself while walking to the living room windowsill. There, his little herb garden appears in order. Every plant is vibrant, green, and aromatic. He leans over the plants and takes in a deep breath, while wafting the air from the distant plants towards his face with his hands. His worry lines relax into a small smile as his lungs fill with the fragrant air. As Michael stands up straight, he loudly exhales in joy and his eyes flash open. A quick inspection shows no parasites, no dead leaves, no withering, everything in order. He pulls out his plastic squirt bottle, twists the little red knob a bit, and begins to spray each plant a couple of times with a fine mist. To think that these plants would be maybe half their size without this miracle grow stuff. As he reaches the last plant, the TV next to him bursts into static, ripping Michael from his reverie and causing him to make a quick, erroneous spray in the air, while at the same time almost dropping his bottle. "Shit!" he exclaims irritably. The VCR motor complains loudly as the tape ejects out. Michael carefully twists the squirt bottle nozzle shut as he carefully puts the bottle back in place. He deftly turns off the TV as he pulls the tape from the VCR, pops it in the rewinder. A great investment, he tells himself, as he always does, pushes down the lid, and listens as the motor quickly revs up to full speed. Michael sits in his catcher stance, patiently waiting for the rewinder to finish its job. After a few minutes, the lid suddenly pops up so violently that one of the rewinder actually lifts a little off the shelf and lands with a small thump. The suddenness of this causes Michael to jump as well, as it always does. He carefully removes the tape from the rewinder, puts it back in the VCR, then he hits the timer button, sets a future time, hits timer again to lock in the time, and powers off the VCR. He then holds both the timer button and the record button until Del Record shows on the LCD display. There, now to go, he says to himself with a sense of satisfaction. As he walks to the closet, he catches a glance of himself in the mirror. Of average height and average weight, no one would ever call him handsome. A head of short, thinning, reddish-blonde hair, beady blue eyes peering through large rimmed glasses, and a skin-colored mustache, all tied together on an acne-scarred face. He really wasn't much to look at. Rain is in the forecast, he thinks to himself as he opens the closet door. Hanging in there is a lonely tan trench coat, which he delicately removes from the hanger, quickly inspects and then puts on. When he reaches the front door of the apartment, he grabs a package of peanut M&Ms from the candy bowl, pops them into his pocket, lifts his key ring from the hanger. One last quick inspection of the room, flips off the lights, and heads out the door. After locking the door, he starts down the hall. His destination is the little park about 3 blocks away. The entire walk, all Michael could think about is just how nice this year's herb garden was coming along. And that Miracle Grow was probably the best investment he's made yet. All with a small smile on his face. My own little Garden of Eden. As he would pass people along the way, he'd duck his head to hide his face and his smile replaced with a guarded look. Once at the park, he took up his place under the slide, out of the view of the benches. Here he would wait for the kids that would come up to him and talk to him about My Little Pony, Transformers, homework, friendship, candy, whatever comes to mind. Funny, Michael thought to himself, I've been sitting in this spot every day now for nearly 20 years, and not one of these kids I used to talk to will talk to me now, even as adults. Still, at least these kids will, even if none of them will truly be there for me like my herb garden. I love the smell of thyme the best of all. But all of that should come, but all of the others do come in useful. A distant roll of thunder rolls lazily across the sky. I should have left the living room window open cracked. I love how much my herbs respond to thunderstorm air. There's a difference in the smell after a thunderstorm versus any other storm. It must be how the lightning burns the air. It must somehow change it. Michael checks his Timex LCD watch from under his coat sleeve. It's been 10 minutes under the slide. Peculiar. Not a single child. Well, with the storm coming, I guess I can't blame the parents. Another closer roll of thunder crosses the sky. I'll give them a few more minutes, and if nobody is here today, I'll return home and open the window for my garden. That miracle grow really lives up to its name. I think next generation I'll do an experiment. I'll grow one set of herbs using the recommended concentration, and I'll grow another using double concentration to see what happens. The clouds overhead grumble complainingly with a much louder roll of thunder. Within moments, a few fat raindrops start plinking in the metal slide above Michael's head. Well, that ends my time here. He checks his watch again. Only another 7 minutes had passed. Michael moved to exit from the slide, and suddenly a pair of hands gripped the shoulders of his coat and shoved him face first into the wood chips. "Mikey!" a booming man's voice bellows out above him. "It's been a long time since we've talked, hasn't it?" "A very long time, isn't that right, Mike?" came a second man's voice. Michael turned his head as raindrops splashed upon his eyes and across the lenses of his now broken glasses. Even with the distortion, he could see two police officers standing over him. "He hasn't changed much, just got older." "Yeah, and creepier." "I'm sorry, officers. What have I done?" Michael asked timidly. "You attempted to murder a child, Mikey," the first officer said as he bent down to grip Michael's coat by the collar with both hands. The suddenness of how quickly he jerked Michael up to his feet briefly shocked Michael. With the officer's face maybe an inch away from his own, he could smell coffee breath, whiskey, and marbles. "That's right. One of the children you talk," he almost spat the last word out, "to is in the ICU right now because of you." "And that's just one of the kids you've hurt, Mike," the other officer growled, in the heat of his breath burning his ear. He was so close. "But I'd never hurt a child. I'd never hurt anyone," Michael whined apologetically, tears starting to sting his eyes. "Oh, but that's not true, Mikey. You gave little Robert Adelson some peanuts. He's deathly allergic to peanuts." Michael suddenly remembered Robert. He liked being called Big Bobby, a wide-eyed brunette kid with a winning grin and an almost devil-may-care attitude. He loved He-Man best. "But Big Bobby said that peanut M&Ms were his favorite. He said his parents wouldn't let him have them because he never picked up his room. I had no idea that he was Do you think that matters? That you didn't know?" The officer shoved Michael back. Michael's arms went windmilling, his legs flailing, trying to keep balance to no avail. The bright white flash in his vision could have been lightning, could have been the metal slide striking the back of his head as he fell. Could have been a little bit of both. The peal of thunder matched the pain in his head. His vision blurred and slightly doubled. "Mike," the second officer said again, "this isn't going to end well for you, you know. This isn't the first child in the hospital because of you. This is the first that probably won't live, and after today, the last." "You're right," Michael replied, trying to claw back to his feet. "I won't give peanuts to any more kids." "You're right, Mikey," the first officer said, "but you don't understand why." "You see, Mike, we're here to arrest you." "Okay," Michael began. "No, Mikey, we are here to arrest you, technically speaking. But you see, Mike, we are all alone. No witnesses." Michael couldn't see, but he thought back to his walk to the park, and he did notice that the park was completely empty when he arrived. "I thought it was because of the storm," he mumbled, "but the park usually has someone here until the storm finally breaks, and there was nobody on that last block getting here." "That's right, Mikey. We went door to door today, telling people to avoid the park because of a child molester and attempted child murderer that we would be apprehending, a person most likely armed and dangerous, and they should avoid the park at all costs." "I'm no molester!" This time the flash was lightning, just soon enough for Michael to see the nightstick strike the side of his head, causing the second flash. The ringing in his ear gave way to the final notes from the thunder. "Doesn't matter, Mike. Does not matter. And those houses that nobody was home? We left a note. You see, Mikey, nobody is watching. Nobody cares. And they all know it's you. They don't want to watch. I only talk to children because they're the only people that will talk to me. I would never bring them any harm." Michael's ribs burst into agony from a boot suddenly meeting him with a lot of force. The sharp pain in his right side told him at least one of his ribs cracked. "You see, Mike, that brings us to the end of this story. You're going to resist arrest. You're going to pull an unregistered pistol from your jacket. You're going to shoot at us, and we are going to gun you down in our defense." "But I don't own a gun," Michael protests through a wheeze of agony. "But we do, Mikey. A drop gun. A sweet little unregistered snub-nosed .22 revolver that you appropriated illicitly." "Nice, Joe. Appropriated and illicitly back-to-back? I'm impressed." "Shut up. Now, Mikey, I think you now fully understand your situation." Michael began sobbing through the pain. He did understand. The blows began coming unceasingly as the raindrops falling from the sky. Eventually, the blood rushing through his ears drowned out the thunder. The pain started to fade, and soon he was in front of his herb garden, taking in that relaxing, deep breath. He grabs a spray bottle and twists amidst each plant, waiting for that damnable TV to burst into static again, as it always does. On the TV, an overly cheery, mildly handsome middle-aged news anchor begins his report. Good evening. I'm Terry Mayweather. Our top story tonight comes to us from Laguna Springs Park, where 2 police officers confronted alleged child molester and child murderer Michael Nassau in an attempt to make his arrest for his role in the death of 6-year-old Robert Adelson, among other crimes against regional children. Apparently, Michael resisted arrest and, in fact, opened fire on the officers. Fortunately, his aim wasn't very good, and all of his shots missed. However, officers aimed, on the other hand, were good. Here is Officer Joseph Quinton. The first officer comes up on the TV with a large microphone being shoved under his face. It's a shame that Michael will not stand trial for the crimes he has committed in this community. On one hand, you could say justice has been served, but it wasn't served as prescribed by law. His accusers have the right to face him, to speak their part, and to have closure, but he even took that away from them. The TV image changes over to the second officer with the subtitle of Officer Dale Jenner floating under it. Our deepest condolences go out to Mr. and Mrs. Adelson. We wish we could have brought Michael to face his crimes, but circumstances dictated otherwise. The TV image changes back to Terry Mayweather. Robert Adelson passed away during their moments during the shootout. The family would like to express their appreciation for everyone's condolences, but would like to be left alone with their family, friends, and other loved ones while grieving. Please do not send gifts. In other news, can Michael Jackson's Thriller ever be removed from #1 spot in MTV's Countdown? Static suddenly burst on the TV. The VCR motor loudly complains as the tape ejects. Hey, Joe. You even look fatter on the TV. I think I'll keep this tape. Funny how he set the VCR set for recording the evening news. I thought he always recorded the cartoons, said Officer Jenner. You really never did listen to Mikey, did you? He recorded the news while at the park, which he would watch while eating dinner when he got back. He recorded the cartoons while he was at work, which he'd watch before going to the park. What do you think we should do with his herb garden? I don't know. I think I'd just grind up the whole thing and put it on my next steak. Oh no, Dale. You got the tape. Besides, Mikey got me into herb gardening back as a kid. I've been thinking about starting up again. Do you think it's wrong if I keep this? You know, after what happened? Joe, you sick son of a bitch. Only you, man. Only you. The end.
That was pretty dark.
That was 4 days of not sleeping, thanks to being on a Z-Pack for really bad viral bacterial infection I had. And I got really, really bad insomnia. So yeah, that was 4 nights later I wrote that.
You guys reminded me of what I wrote when I was in my really deep depression. It just kind of came to mind.
Yeah, do you have it to share?
I've got 2 of them that I'm willing to share, but I might cry. I might burst into tears. Okay. The first one is called Depression is a Monster. Not only is it a monster, but for me, it made me view myself as a monster. This abomination that was ugly, fat, useless, so cruel and horrible that it didn't deserve to be alive. Most days, I would want to rip out of my skin and crawl away to the darkness. Something in me hated me so much. My mind played me like a puppet. It tricked me into thinking that everything was okay and that everything was normal. I only ever learned that something wasn't when I thought about downing pill bottle after pill bottle in our cabinet just to end it. The mental pain was so excruciating that day after day I hoped for something to just kill me. I would look at the street, my sheets, the train tracks, cabinet, and plan my demise. I felt so trapped in my mind and felt like I couldn't do anything to get out of it. There was always this constant fog, either light or extremely heavy, and it would weigh me down day after day. School, I would half-ass the work, my mind wandering away, making stories about my favorite things or characters. I felt so lonely and so unloved that I blamed myself for it. I thought I was so ugly and had this horrible personality that no one would like me. Days dragged on and on. I remained in my room, stayed remained in my room, stayed in my room. I completely isolated myself from the outside world, staying in my room almost all day when I could. I felt no happiness, nothing at all. I would force my smiles, my monster changed, how I felt emotions. The only felt them in specific areas on my body than me just feeling them and reacting. I hated myself and I still hate myself so much that I thought and still think about starving myself. I think I don't deserve food or any good snacks. I tried to purge twice, but nothing came out of it, so I just sobbed and sobbed. I would eat, then feel bad about it when my stomach was full and it was content. My mind told me otherwise. It told me that I was fat, weighed too much for my age, and that I deserved everything that was happening. Depression caused me to almost develop an eating disorder. I purged my meals after I felt too full, this too fat, and ate little when I was hungry. This only went on for a few weeks until I decided to get high and eat and end the purging and starvation. Swimming.
Keep going.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. Swimming in a sea of insecurities and suicidal ideology. The swim seems to get tougher and tougher. You plan the night, think of the method, and try to bring on the courage, but it never comes. You just sob and sob, and this is major trigger warning, by the way. Slicing at your thigh or wrist just to feel alive, to feel normal. It's a hell upon earth that you can never seem to escape. No matter what you do, it follows you everywhere you go, taunting and tormenting until you can't take it. You drink, self-harm, get high, abuse all sorts of things just to cope with taking a breath. You can't take life any longer, and as you grow desperate to find a relief, your life is dying in front of you, and slowly you'll die with it too.
You got me to cry.
I'm sorry.
Bexy. Oh, don't be sorry. I mean, so fucking relatable. So relatable. That was my entire high school experience right there. Bexy has muted herself. She is bawling her eyes out.
Sorry, Bexy.
No, don't be sorry. I'm fucking blown away. That was so perfect. Like I said, I can relate to practically every bit of it. I never actually... Well, I did try to cut myself once, but it was the permanent cut. The end-it-all cut. But, like, everything else that you said, like, holy shit. The planning at night, the not having the courage to get it done, or the will to do it. Yeah. I feeling ugly and hated. Feeling you don't deserve... I mean, seriously, you might as well have just torn pages out of my own life and read them. You're loved.
Yeah, I realize that now, but then it just, my mind couldn't accept it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have any more, but I can check.
Do you have the willpower to do more? Because, I mean, holy shit.
I definitely can. It was one of my favorite things to do. Just write it out. Anything and everything. Just let it spill.
So, as you probably expected, there's comments for you now. Deverne, poor C, hugs. Keep up the fight, C. We glad you exist. Then I put it right in my life story. Like, we love you, C. You can fight. Cat, C. You are loved. May, C. 3 hearts. We're lucky to be in your presence. We love you. And then in all caps, please don't. But, yeah, I don't.
Thank you guys so much. I'm definitely trying. I've been kicking and fighting, and I'm still trying.
Well, don't ever give up. The moment that you leave and let your guard down, I've noticed, it starts creeping back in. It sucks. You have to be ever vigilant. At least I do. I don't wish that on anybody.
No, not at all.
See, I'm gonna have to fight your
Not
mom now.
even.
I have to fight your mom to adopt you.
Mm. I have to fight E. Unless we're all just going to, unless we share joint custody, because
Yep. And Ariel just said it very well. That's what matters, is that you're trying.
Yes, very much so. And I found another one that I will definitely bawl my eyes out to again.
All right.
So if you want to hear it,
Oh
I'll
yeah.
gladly. Okay. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm so very sorry for everything that I've ever done. I'm so very sorry that your child took their life. There was nothing they could, there was just no way they could go. They felt so incredibly trapped that the that the decided day was the day they would be free. They felt like shit at school and told their counselor over and over it wasn't worth it anymore. That nothing was ever going to get better. Because that's all they felt. Day after day of feeling the exact same emotions with the exact same episodes has made them weak, very, very fragile. They have nothing to live for, nothing to look forward to. New psychiatrists and new medicine, whoop-de freaking do. They've gone through it all before, same old scenario, same every single time. Those early days of having the illness was when it should have been caught. Now it's a full-blown storm engulfing their life and causing them extreme pain every single day. Your poor baby, more vulnerable than you believe, is so close to snapping that if you knew they thought about suicide every day, you wouldn't be able to trust them alone. You never did. Not after Mama found out about the first time they ever cut. Not after the scars and wounds, as well as those scenes of hearing it about how they tried to strangle themselves or see them with a fast-made noose around their throat, all because they believed that they were an abomination of a human being for fighting with their mother. They believed that if they ever deserved anything, that thing they deserved would be death. They felt so alone, their heart ached over their previous lover who had said some very nasty things to them when they were angry. Another thing that made them think they deserved death. They would never see her smile again, hear her voice when they video chatted. No, they never talked anymore, and they're having a very hard time. They feel like they're being too clingy and obsessive. They don't want to be that way, and the only way they're seen right now is through either downing pills or hanging themselves. Your baby is a suicidal mess, don't you see? Every time they go upstairs to play their game, it's to get away. It's the only option other than sleeping and trying to talk to someone who has forgotten them. Every day, the light in them seems to fade. They feel more tired than before, more down every day. Every episode is a bad one where they have to leave school. It lingers and stays with them all day. No one knows what should be done, and here they are, fatally wounded internally and scarred externally from all the waiting and failing that's been done. They're holding on for dear life, but they're about to drown. The weights are dragging them down. They open their arms to welcome death because depression makes them unafraid. Unafraid is scary, considering they always knew where the blades were and knew they had to go deeper than standard slits. Unafraid was scary because they're already going to try alcohol and try to drown out their pain and make them feel numb. You're already using CBD, THC for the same thing, but you allowed that. That was your idea, and it was a good one. It helped them through the snapping and the tearing of their hopes and dreams every time their depression started again. Every time it'd leave, they'd build their hopes and dreams back up again. Now they're getting too weak. They can barely handle the pain, and they just want to cry and break down with their other half, whomever they may be, holding them tightly. They're struggling to see the good in anything. They can't even be happy, too depressed to even write the lecture down at school, too sad to see any of the beauty in the world, too far gone to ever be saved. They're all alone in this crazy world filled to the brim with crazy people. Their mind isolated them and made them the way they are. They fear the worst for themselves, that there is no other way down the rabbit hole of suicidal ideology.
You're killing us, see, but in a good way. In a good way, because I mean you're getting this out.
It was the stuff that I wrote when it was really just going downhill. I said it a lot, but I wouldn't see myself making it the next year. I just couldn't see me going that far. But now I'm 17, going to 18 this year, and I'm still alive. I'm still alive.
Yes.
Younger me would have never expected that.
And for everybody that may be wondering, we do have express permission by C's parents to be on the podcast regularly. So that 17 going on 18, y'all just better back down now. What matters here, I mean, this is everybody struggles. The age doesn't matter when it comes to mental health. Mental health does not give a fuck about your age.
Doesn't
It doesn't give a fuck about anything.
No.
Status, race, whatever.
8 years old, 80 years old, doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, and May just said, my mama heart is breaking for you. Wishing it could hold you and warm yours. Tell you that you are the light in the darkness. Reflect the beauty it sees in you. To you. With a little heart and a crying emoji. The 2 tears, the sobbing rivers emoji.
Thank you.
Devern, this feels scary to listen to, but it feels like it's important to hear. I'm glad you're here, C. The good days are coming. You will keep going. Kat, we are so glad that you are here, C. Ariel, that one really got me because it reminds me so much of myself when I was younger. It gets better. Ariel, you're still a little baby yourself, and I love you to death.
The days have definitely gotten better than they were before. I wouldn't wish those terrible lows on anyone, and I wish anyone going through that just a virtual hug and know that you are not alone, even if you feel alone, because I felt the same exact way, and I'm sure a lot of us have.
Hey, sometimes I still do.
Yeah, same.
Ariel, LOL, I'm 33. Yeah, well, I'm 44. Child. Now, my oldest is 26. He'll be 27 this year. Holy shit. But thank you for sharing. Seriously.
One last thing, if it's okay, one last thing
yeah.
I would want to share is something for my deceased sister's Day of Remembrance, because I wanted to speak about that. And again, sorry if I cry.
Hey,
you never have to apologize for tears on this show.
This
ever.
is a safe place for letting it all out. Just don't walk around naked on camera. No. Mm-mm. Even once you're 18. No. No. You're too much like, no. I see you too much as one of my children. I don't want to see that. I really don't.
I would never do that.
As she turns 18 and shows up naked on camera, I'm 18! No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
The literal second I turn 18.
The clothes just disintegrate.
Exactly. They just Thanos snap away. Just disappear into dust.
Oh, that's a good reference. I will say that I think one of the funniest things that pop culture... I'll let you go in just a second here. One of the funniest things I think in pop culture of someone 17 teasing about what they were going to do when they turned 18 had to be Emma Watson. She fucking trolled every horny guy out there. She kept looking at like panties that said things like soon and looking at like this super skimpy stuff, making these little signs like, yeah, when she turns 18, she's going to go freaking hog wild like all these other ones did. You know, like Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton, all that. Turns 18, Doesn't do shit.
Yes.
Loved it.
Yes.
She did have one photo. I mean, there's been a couple of photos of slips, but I don't think any of it was ever deliberate. She's truly a class person, and I thought that was funny as hell. Like, I've had friends that were like going crazy over her. I'm like, look, she's cute and all, but dude, seriously?
Yes.
DeVern, I'm sorry. He said Lindsay Lohan is so trashed. Yeah, but I still like that trash. I'm not gonna lie. I swear, especially for guys, maybe true for women too. There's that one person, you know they're dirty, you know they're bad news, you would still do them. I'm sorry, that's just, I am convinced of this.
It's probably true.
Yeah, Ariel's right, it is creepy. I mean, well, another thing that was really creepy too was the moms of Twilight. That was creepy. All these, middle-aged mothers going absolutely ballistically apeshit crazy over Robert Pattinson when he was like 16 and 17 years old. Dude!
People are fucking weird. That's not right. Not right at all. But people don't really seem to care. Or at least the disgusting people don't seem to care.
Right. But if they could come up with an excuse to normalize it a little bit, oh, they will. Dad, you better fucking believe they will.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Ariel, about that with Lohan. That the addiction and serious issues that she has should have never made it to the media. It only made it worse. I mean, come on.
Right.
Ooh, May just threw up some trivia there. A mom of Twilight begot 50 Shades of Grey. Literally.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Now that's creepy as fuck.
Yep.
I mean,
that's the truth.
50 Shades of Grey was creepy to begin with. Like, seriously, if he wasn't rich, that'd be called an episode of Cops.
Exactly. If that took place in the trailer park.
Yeah.
Instead of, wherever it did, I don't know. I have refused to read those novels, and I have refused to see the movies. So far, I've been successful in those endeavors, no matter how many times I've been, pressured by people around me. Oh, you should read it. You should watch it. You should do that. No, I don't want to. Thank you.
No, that's and that's where Bexy and I really stand. And I think that she's on this too, with the objective morality versus, what's that one? Moral relativism.
Mm-hmm.
Moral relativism goes, well, there's worse out there, so this is okay. Yeah, no, it's still bad. Objectively, it's bad. They're both bad. One's worse, yes, but they're both bad. No.
Yes. Exactly.
Jesus, DeVern.
Oh my God, DeVern.
Don't ever change DeVern.
He says, if that took place in a trailer park, wouldn't that just be Tuesday? Oh my God.
I couldn't see his comment, but that's so good.
DeVern, don't ever change with that. Keep that sense of humor. Holy shit, dude. So, see, you were going back. Let's back up here. I did interrupt you. You were going to do something about your sister's Memorial Day or something like that, or whatever that was.
Yeah, something I wrote for that day. Go to it. For today, my sister was a beautiful person inside and out. She was very carefree, going skydiving and swimming with sharks in Hawaii. She was a people person, a social butterfly. She was very good at taking selfies, putting on her makeup just right and finding the best lighting for her angle. She was a great mother too. I remember walking past the kids' room to go to the restroom, and I looked over and I saw Kay sitting on the kids' beanbag chair. Her daughter, had put her on timeout and made her sit there until A retrieved her. She would go over and say, "Come on, mommy," taking her hand and making her stand up. She'd take her a few feet away before making her go on timeout again. They'd play hide and seek where A would hide behind the couch, jackets, or even the closet. I would help Kay look around for her, and when she found A, When she found her, A would squeal in delight and would run away, with K chasing after her. When K would fall asleep on the couch, A would be curled up next to her with her blanket and sippy. A slept crazy and would always hurt K's back. K would always say, "My back hurts," and so A would copy her. She was a great sister and aunt, too. She would play with all the kids sometimes, doing deet-doos with them. She would take me on car rides to the store where she'd blast her music loudly and we'd walk together. We'd talk about whatever. She would always ask me how I was doing during those rides, and together we would share whatever was on our minds. She would offer to buy me things if I wanted them. Sometimes on our car rides, instead of listening to the usual rap, we'd play songs that we both liked. I would control her phone while she drove when this happened. I remember we were blasting Scars to You're Beautiful, singing together after a 3-hour excursion at Walmart, Target, and CVS and a smoke shop. I remember one time we were at Eagle Lake, which is a campsite, by the way, that we used to go to. It was late at night and we went to find shooting stars. We sat underneath the starry sky, pointing out the shooting stars until we went back to the campsite. She said she loved shooting stars. During the time I had depressive episodes, she'd try to calm me down, talk me down from it. She would always tell me to talk to her if something was wrong. She was overall just a great person. I have a few pieces of her left today, the memories, the dress I'm wearing, my bracelet, and A. Personally, I hope A gets more and more of her mother as she gets older. I hope her hair gets even redder and she's the extrovert that I know and love. I miss my sister dearly, but I'm thankful for the memories and funny stories that we all shared together with her, and I just hope she knew that we all loved her dearly.
It's
That
beautiful.
was beautiful.
Thank you.
You don't want to see what chat was during that. So, just so you, if you go look at the chat, Ariel, Bexy, and I were part of a group on Twitter that we started as a joke. We all call ourselves Boobs, and we did hashtag Boobs.
Okay.
The whole reason for this was because CNN lost their shit over an interview
Yes.
where one person said that the only things that never let him down are like alcohol, boobs, and the Constitution. Something like that. And they went, boobs? Boobs? Are you talking about boobs? 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 Like, they full on blew their stack over that. So yeah, we went hashtag boobs. That was our group for a long time.
That's great.
Yeah. So we are all doing a little like, go back in time to that. That's how we all kind of met. And there's still some others from that group that we're still in contact. We all, I miss every part of that group. I'm not on Twitter anymore, so I don't really have a lot of communication with a lot of them. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was a good time.
I still occasionally throw out a hashtag boobs out there into Twitter land.
Nice.
I can't let it die.
Yeah, we spent like hours and hours and hours discussing philosophy and amazing stuff. It was a very magical time.
Yeah, it was.
And Ariel's one of those ones.
Sounds like a very fun time.
Yeah, it's like Bexy and I were part of like the original founders, and Ariel. I remember I was like me going, "Hey, this Ariel person, should we bring him in?" Been friends ever since.
Yep.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, and there's some of that group is still on Twitter arguing to this day over philosophy with people that we used to debate with. The argument's still going. It's been like,
gosh.
it's been what, like 6 years now? 7 years?
At least, well, since I got really active on Twitter around 2016, 2017.
Yeah, I was super active on Twitter just before my 6-year-old was born. When she was born, I took a break for about like 6 months or so, and then when I came back, that's when I met Bexy.
You met me right after your son was born.
Oh, it was right after. Okay.
Yeah,
So that's
because
3 years. So that fight's been going on for at least 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, Ariel too. I think around 2016, 2017 too.
Yeah, about 4 years.
You know how many phones I've been through since then?
How many?
Geez, I was on the Galaxy S4 when that started. Then I went to an Apple 6S to an 8, and now to a 12.
Okay.
Been a few phones.
Mine are usually just hand-me-downs.
I don't do hand-me-down phones. Hell no. Ariel, we're not going to talk about how many band accounts since then. It's only been 3. Oh, wait.
Only.
Only. Divert, Samsung is trash. I should know I have one. Well, I gotta say, my Galaxy S2 was my very first smartphone I ever got. I love that thing. It was probably still to this day one of the best phones I've ever had. My S4 I did not like it. I really didn't like it. It just happened to be a bad year. I've heard some good things about some of the other models. They're kind of hit or miss. They're kind of doing like the Microsoft thing. Like, Windows XP is great. Windows Millennium sucks. It's like Windows 7 was great. Windows 8 was trash. Windows 10 is great. It's always every other release was a great one. And what the hell is that, May? 852, 852, 852, 852. This is going right down the line on the keyboard there. You're missing the 0 on the 10 key.
Oh, I can't see the comments.
Sorry. Fun fact. My password when I used to work at Kinko's was 8520. Reason being, I just ran my finger straight down and I was logged in. Windows 10 is great. My armpits need deodorant. That is like two of the most misjointed sentence I've ever read right there. Just boom. Oh, Maya was saying how many band accounts I have. 852 billion, 852 million, 852,852. Close.
Sounds about right. Wait a minute. That's how many times he's been put in Facebook jail.
Yes. I'm still not in jail. I'm kind of surprised. I actually said some things I thought would get me there, and they haven't. I'm a little shocked. Maybe they're just backlogged.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Oh. I was going to say, do they want to hear what I submitted today to be published?
I know I do.
Okay.
Sure.
This is the first one, and it's really short, and I don't really have a title for it. I want to perish by your hand and be reborn, rising from the ashes of my former self, transforming from a cursed creature into goodness and light, shaking off the yoke of the past, so many demons I've faced, battled, and won against to get this far. Yet still I'm not whole, and so I wait. I watch, I listen, and I learn, absorbing all the beauty around me to project it back into the universe. I shine, but I long to soar.
I
It's
love
really
it.
good.
And
It was really good.
They better freaking publish that.
I'm
Yes.
hoping that I'm hoping that they do. I'm really hoping that one that's the one if they don't publish the other that I submitted, because there was 2, and I'm searching for the other one right now because I can't remember when I wrote it. It's just there's just this file on my phone of everything I write.
Yeah, I have it in my notes. I found another
Yeah.
writing, and funnily enough, when I was keeping track of my hallucinations,
That's
And also in the
some of
comments,
their names are
Deverne
weird.
said, wonderful. Cat sent a pink heart with a little bing on it. May sent a heart, and Ariel said, "Your stuff is always so good." It's true.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, I once
agree.
wrote a poem about a grilled cheese sandwich. I mean,
Anything can be art.
I can write about almost anything, given the right topic. Somebody mentioned something about grilled cheese sandwiches, and I don't know why, and I wrote this stupid little poem about it.
So, I did share this once before, but that was before C joined in.
Okay.
This is a bad day for me. Persistent thoughts of suicide. No matter how hard I run, I cannot hide. Every time it rains, the shelter of mine I built to weather the storm that I thought was warm and dry betrays me. Drafts, leaks, and a loss of security, things I knew for certain transformed to lies before my very eyes. Tendrils of hopeless decay delicately alights upon my skin, seeps into my veins, flows to my soul. A silver razorback's enchanting siren song fills my head. The promise of a sweet release, a moment's pain, and one final dream, drifting into eternity. The seductress gleams in the light, my blood pulsing under her teeth. One move is all it takes. A warm bath. It could all be over. What awaits beyond the veil? I'll write if I can. Split the semicolon and leech me.
Was wow. I don't have any other words except for wow. I'm sorry. That was really.
Thank you. And DeVerne actually kind of got where my lyrics tend to come from. Like, you could make this a heavy metal song. This is good as fuck. Ariel, damn. Yeah, if I write anything that's kind of even lyrical at all, it's either coming from a place of, like, hard rock metal or, like, hardcore rap in those areas.
Here's the other one. Again, I'm not good at titling stuff, so it's just an untitled thing. There are battles that rage within me, through my body and my mind. I do my best to fight them, but I don't win every time. And these demons never give me peace, they never take a rest, and I'm tired of always feeling like I'm being put to the test. I know it's something that I'm always going to have to fight. The rational part of my brain knows that this is only right. I soldier on through doubt and pain and hope for a better way. I know that life is worth living, even on my worst days.
That was wonderful.
That was great.
That was absolutely just. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words. It's just so good. Relate to them both.
I have so much.
I'm looking to see if I have anything else here. Found a shopping list.
I'm looking too.
A shopping list?
Yeah, I'm looking too.
My weaknesses. Yeah, that's okay.
I think we're all just randomly scrolling through things we've written right now.
And I just found, and that was the last time they asked me to make salad. An image, a meme. It is so wrong.
Oh, God.
I want to see it now.
Okay. That's all it takes. Copy.
I have this one to read, and I will probably never publish this, and I will, just because it's so personal and it's probably going to make me cry, but I can share it here.
Yay.
Okay.
I want to scream and rail at God, but I don't have the words.
I want to lay down and cry, but I'm afraid my sobs won't be heard. It's not fair, and it's not right that I didn't know you were there, and now you're gone, and I'm so sorry that I couldn't show you any care. I wanted you more than anything, but it wasn't meant to be. I'll never hold you in my arms. Your face I'll never see. And I hope you know I love you, even though I never saw your face. Angel baby, please rest in peace, because you're in a better place.
God. If I could give you a hug, Lexi, I would. I would just.
I don't like that one because I do, but I don't. I don't because it makes you hurt so much.
I know.
You get when the ones hurt you like that, it makes me like feel such mixed emotions. Like that was really good. I want to burn it because it hurt you. Deverne did say, "I'm sorry you have to deal with all this bullshit, Bexy. You don't deserve all this bullshit. I mean, damn, it makes good art, but man, I wish you could feel no pain." Oh, followed by he wrote some lyrics today.
That's the worst pain I've ever felt.
I can believe that.
I bet.
And now Ariel asks if there's a way that we could have an episode that's sort of an open mic poetry kind of episode. Absolutely. That wouldn't be that hard to do at all.
Interesting.
No, I think that would be a cool idea.
Very much so.
And I think I don't know that I have the I don't know that I can share any more writing tonight.
So something that was really this is adorable. I wrote this down on the notepad just because it was so awesome. October 9th, 2016 at 7:19 p.m. This is when Theo, my 20-year-old's boyfriend, came to town because he lives over on the East Coast. We live on the West Coast. He flew in. Oh wait, no. Sorry, I got this wrong. This was my 6-year-old seeing my 20-year-old because for a while there the house here was just too stressful. We had too much going on, and the 20-year-old just couldn't be around for very long. And so this is 2016. My now 6-year-old. So then 2-year-old missed the 20-year-old so much that she hugged her and smiled for 5 solid minutes.
Aww.
All I have to do is to look at the kids and go, "Hey, you want to go see Sissy?" And they both, yes! They will get themselves dressed immediately, get their socks and shoes on, and drag me to the car to go. They love their sister so much.
That's so sweet. That's so heartwarming.
Oh, so I started working on a song. Maybe this is it. The darkness is rising, and I am despising that no one could hear my screams. I'm fine, but I'm lying, while inside I'm dying, and I live afraid of my dreams. How broken must I be? Is this the best for me? Is this eternity? Why can't I let myself be? The fights in my head rage, trapped inside an old cage, of which is my own design. I'm broken from these years, gripping all these fears. I'll do myself one more time. How broken must I be? Is this the best of me? Is this eternity? Why can't I let myself be? Is my life finally over, or has it simply just begun? Why do I torture myself? Is it all just for fun? Is my life finally over? Is this a new beginning? Can I finally break these chains? Can I find a life worth living? I took my life. I look at my wife, I see my children smile. Maybe what's wrong with me is I don't love me, and I might learn how to in just a while. Please stick with me a little longer. I'm coming back a little stronger.
That was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Um,
I just need to put music to it. Everyone's doing virtual group hugs right now.
I've got something else that I wrote specifically about the things that I was diagnosed with and the things that came along with that, if you'd like to hear it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Again, sorry if I tear up or cry. Have you ever just wanted to stop breathing? There are many reasons why people would think this way. For me, it's because it gets to the point where I despise it. I get so low and so depressed that I genuinely hate living. I stare at my scars and cuts and remember that it helps the pain, yet leaves traces of its existence behind on my thighs. There's something so awful about depression, something killer about it. It pushes every single survival instinct out of your mind and makes you want to die, or stop eating, or hate the way you live your life. It helps you realize all the horrible things in life, yet snuffs out all the good. It's like you're wearing a pair of goggles that only lets you see in black and white, with almost everything being black. It makes you feel so worthless and inferior that you believe no one would care about you if you were to go. It makes you push everyone away and makes you feel really lonely. It is a friend of depression, often going hand in hand with the deadly disease, yet it does the complete opposite. It makes you scared of everything. Every little worry or thought makes it so that your survival instincts kick in the most. Though this isn't true for everyone. It makes you fear the dark, crowded places, even members of the opposite sex, stages, even the future of your life. It traps you in your brain and you can't calm down easily. It renders you helpless and often you can't sleep because your mind races with every possibility of tomorrow. PTSD is a complicated thing. I didn't believe when I was diagnosed with this disease because it didn't make sense. My constant fear and paranoia due to an incident years prior towards the opposite sex was constant throughout my childhood. It made me fear the man that made me and raised me despite all the good he's done to me. Realization, paranoia, and a sense that something is wrong was left in my wake. I have days where I can't do anything because there is an uneasy feeling washing over my body. It's like my numbness had spread to other areas of my body, rendering me useless, though I do believe depression helps with this feeling. Psychotic symptoms are another. I know anxiety wasn't to blame for this. I know something else was wrong. Hallucinating and having delusions is the worst. Most days I'll believe the world is fake or a simulation due to these beliefs and seeing things. They have to be coming from somewhere after all, and that's what I believe. I'll list a few of these hard to break beliefs. I believe I deserve everything that has happened to me. Every sad or depressing moment in my life was deserved because I believe I'm an awful human being. I believe I should have died as a baby. The doctors found my cord around my throat, and I believe wholeheartedly that I should have died years ago. Something is following me. I call her Misty, but she doesn't come around often. I'll see her sometimes as I'm trying to sleep or as I do my schoolwork. The world is a simulation. I've seen a ball lag, and I think it makes total sense. And why are humans here? We're all useless here, made to eat, shit, breed, work, and die. It's like we're in VR, except everything is hyper realistic. Once we die, whoever is controlling us takes the VR off and play as someone else who will be born. I know this is a lot, but it's okay. To whomever finds this, I have to say thank you for coming this far in all of this. Have a good day.
I really like that one.
I really like it too.
Thank you.
Then again, I've really liked everything you've written.
Yes.
Thank you.
And this isn't a competition, but I won. So no, it's not a competition.
Don't.
We're
I
not
was
even
like,
going that way.
don't get me started. Don't make me rap battle you
Again.
again.
So, Kat is about to drop something in the chat. I tried to get Kat to join on the air and got a big no. Like, in the messages, Kat's all, if y'all want to hear something a little bit shocking, I found out about my family last week. I can share that. And I said, want to jump on and share? I could send you an invite. Not really, but then, nah, not interested. Okay. Then I did the little asterisk, looks around to see if he's convincing anyone. But I go ahead and share. Who do you want to read it? She's putting down a little bit here. So Kat hasn't answered who they want to read.
Well, while she is waiting, I have a book of poetry here by my current favorite author, poet, J.M. Storm. And I just opened it up, and this one struck me. She gets quiet sometimes, and I can feel a certain weight has got her by the heart. And it is in those times I want to speak the most. I'm sorry, it is in those times I want her to speak the most, but I know she can't, because sometimes things get gristly inside. They get messy, and she has to cleanse all that. And the last thing she wants to do is dirty me with it. I've found that a lot of his work speaks to me greatly. The reason I started reading his work is because I ran across this poem by him, and none of them have titles, so but this is the one that made me seek out his work because I felt like it described me. She is a beautiful piece of broken pottery, put back together by her own hands, and a critical world judges her cracks while missing the beauty of how she made herself whole again.
Now I'm just thinking about that Japanese pottery thing.
Yeah.
Oh God, what's that called?
Had I not been having a brain fog day, I could have told you.
Kintsugi, also known
Yes.
as kintsukori.
Yes.
The Japanese art of repairing broken pottery by mending the areas of breakage with lacquered dust or mixed with powdered gold, silver, or platinum. So it makes it more beautiful after the damage. Okay, so Kat came back with something kind of interesting here. So this is what they were sharing, what she was sharing. Long story, short version. My sister and I did DNA testing. Her 23andMe had some different results, so she sent me an Ancestry DNA kit for my birthday. My results came back as expected. So my sister is my half-sister, actually. We don't share fathers.
Wow. Wow.
Oof. You know what? You're still sisters.
Yep.
Exactly.
DNA may define lineage. It doesn't define family.
Yes.
Deverne was saying that we're all good fucking writers. Well, we write other things other than fucking, but okay. Deverne said also, writing comes from pain, from logging. This is why you all reach the top. Well, thanks, Deverne. My sense of humor comes from pain, too, just so you know. And Kat saying what we don't know is what happened. Why they don't share fathers. Now my question is, are enough people still around to be able to answer that question?
Right. I wondered that myself. Are the people who can give you the answers still with us?
And so Ariel just said, I could text you something to read if you want. Or I could send you an invite and you could jump in. Either or. Kat, oh yes, she's definitely my wonderful sissy. Good. That's what it's supposed to be. Like, if you did a DNA test between my oldest and me, we might share a little tiny bit of ancestry, but no. Because, no, not my blood son, but he is my son. And I will just as happily take a bullet for him as I will for anybody else in my family. You know, he's family. That grandchild is my grandchild, and I don't care what DNA says.
Exactly. What I like to say is a father or a mother is the people that, helped create you, but a mom and a dad are the people that help raise you.
Yep. Like a t-shirt that I read a long time ago. Any boy with a dick can be a father. Takes a real man to be a daddy.
Exactly.
And then I wound up in that situation. Both sides! And, Deverne was telling Kat, always remember that love is the most important. Kat said, unfortunately, probably not. We don't know if Dad even knows. My mom died in 2011. I mean, you could always get your dad tested with 23andMe or Ancestry, and then you and your sister could just compare the results. You don't have to shatter his world over it. And who knows, maybe he does know. Maybe he's kept it quiet too.
On a bit of a lighter note, I found two names that I want to share with you of two hallucinations that I just remembered when I looked at that list. Spooks and sporks.
Spooks and sporks.
Yes. They were both rats. They were pretty big rats. One was more brown and the other was more like black. And they would just kind of scurry off on the ground. The only reason why I named one Spooks was because every time it would pop up, it would scare me. I forget why I called the other one Sporks, but that's their names.
I like the names, honestly.
Oh, I love the names.
Yeah. And then Deverne, of course, he just quoted some Supertramp. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, Jane. Will we ever meet again? Feel no sorrow, feel no shame. Come tomorrow, feel no pain. And then he also said, I'm nothing if not consistent, aren't I, E? Yeah, my sense of humor, man. It just is the way it is. So, Kat said that he won't take the test. Sister bought extra kits. He refused, which could mean something or not. Yeah. Maybe he suspects but was never sure. And he's just better off not knowing because blood or not, still daughter.
Right.
I mean, I know someone that there was someone that my son used to know was raised by a dad that wasn't even sure if that was his own kid or not. Could have been 3 or 4 different guys. He just stepped up and said, I'll do it. No testing needed, just I'll do it.
That's a good man.
You'd think. No. in that regard, that was amazing. That was seriously, like, hands down, one of the most badass things ever. And Bexy, Ariel sent it to you on Facebook Messenger.
Okay. I am.
Today I learned Kat's dad is kicked out of every bar in existence because he's 86. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
When you're kicked out of a bar,
so
like when you're banned from a bar, you're 86th.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Here is what Ariel sent me. Lost in your visions, lost in your dreams, lost in your thoughts that are yet to be seen. The door is open today. Yes, it's open for you. So why not take a step and come right on through? Floating mirages, sunken hope, buried loved ones all tied by a rope, wrapped around your neck, wrapped around your hands. Try to run away, but you can't even stand. Fall on your face, fall far behind. Nobody will notice or hear you whine. All alone now, alone and forgotten, this miserable world, a world left so rotten. Standing in dew and standing in pain. Drops of lost years and drops of cold rain. Breathe in the air, let out your fears. Forget all your troubles, please dry up your tears. In meaningless words and meaningless phrases, our hope tumbles down while our misery raises. Throw away your heartbreak and yesterday's trash. Get out on your own, whip out and lash. Open your eyes, but close your ears. You'll probably hear things you don't want to hear. And with all of that said, and with all of that done, on your marks, get set, go. Hope you're ready to run.
I like that, Ariel.
I have chills.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I really
I
like that.
I have the biggest goosebumps ever. Oh my God, Ariel, that was beautiful.
No, that's just a nipple stand. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Okay, and on that note, I found a poem by J.M. Storm again that reminds me of E.
Oh shit.
Actually, I think you're really gonna like it. Yeah, I do love making you laugh and laugh hard because I know at that very moment you're the furthest away from the things that hurt you.
Yep, that's very true.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you're furthest away from the things that hurt me as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote this one. I still have it memorized. I wrote this in my freshman year of high school. First semester, going into SAD territory. The tear rolls down her face like a leaf drifts from a tree. As it rolls, it grows, and her pain is easier to see. As her tear falls from her face, and it hits the ground, her heart is filled with sorrow, and her pain is felt all around.
I like that. That was really good.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of poetry when I was a lot younger.
I have, believe it or not, the very first poem I ever wrote when I was 7 years old. I can't believe I still have it. But, okay, so it's called To Whom It Concerns. To whom it concerns, my father is gone, and without him I'm lonely. My life seems to be wrong. To whom it concerns, I hate Thanksgiving Day. It's the day my dad left, and I wish he had stayed. To whom it concerns, I miss my dad so. Wish I could remember more, but it was too long ago. To whom it concerns, my father is dead, and all I have left is a bear he named Ted.
Aww. I like how powerful you started. I don't like that you had to start that way.
I don't like it, but I had to write it.
Right.
That was and I didn't have I didn't feel like I could really express my sorrow and my sadness when I was younger, and that was the way that I had to do it. I had to write it out, and while it was very, I feel like it's a very juvenile thing that I wrote, but I still feel like it has power. I mean, what 7-year-old writes like that?
Yeah.
It just had to come out.
You may have been 7 years old when you wrote
That's
that,
okay.
but you were not 7 years old when you wrote that.
Right. Right. That was, yeah.
All right, so Devern sent us some stuff. Bex, if you want to grab
Oh.
one out of the group chat, and yeah. So I'm reading the one,
Okay.
Bright Light. Should I
Okay.
be afraid of you? I belong here because I fucking said so. Should you be afraid of me? You can't say that's immature. Who's afraid of who? But I say fucking let go. Who's afraid to see? Fucking let go. You said to fucking let go. I kept trying to say hell no. I put a lip on my finger. Said shut up my little one. Shut up my little one. Fucking let go, because I fucking said so. Should I be afraid of you? Who? Should you be afraid of me? What? Who's afraid of who? When? Should I be afraid of them? Where? Are you afraid of me? Why? Should I be afraid of you? I gave up the fight. Should you be afraid of me? You warned me just right. Who's afraid of who? Damn, that's a bright light. If we afraid of the come up, we ain't never going to grow up. If we afraid of looking deep down, the future will never look bright. If we never see the light, we will see the light. Damn, that's bright. Bright light. Damn, that's a real bright light. And then just repeats that over and over. Bright light. Damn, that's a real bright light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 10 times. I like it.
Okay. I like it too.
I do too.
I've got the next one. It's called Just Muted. I don't count as a human. Can't you see I'm just muted? I can be down, but can't feel nothing, happy or sad. I'm just muted. 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 Magical day. The sun is out. This is what life is all about. When I was young, my body would get chills. Today I feel no thrills. Can't you see I feel nothing? I can be happy, but I can't feel nothing. Sad or happy. I'm just muted. I don't count as a human, can't you see? I'm just muted. Where did the time go? When the senses were real, what if I had known? When it would all burn out, what would I do then? What would I do now? 2014 was the beginning of the end. The fire was started. Tension and pain. Sadness. The fire was started. The melting of my soul. The fading of my heart. When does it all end? Where did it all start? I don't count. I don't count. I don't count. I don't count as human. Can't you see I'm just muted? The melting of my soul. Can't you see I've been muted?
Damn.
Yeah.
I nominate you for the next one too. You're better at reading these. you put a lot more emotion into it than I think I do when reading somebody else's work.
Okay. This one is called 27. Been sleeping on my own life. Where you been? Been planning on waking up. Where's your head? Every generation is lapping me on the track. This is a race I may never get back. Wasting time, wasting light. Always will put up a fight. Big dreamer, visions are in my head. No matter how simple, I might as well be dead. Things go wrong too much of the time. The universe pulling one over on me all of the time. Too afraid to try, staring into this computer. Projections of a virtual life make the delusions brighter. Sucked in, he can't see the time slipping by. His life's passing by, afraid to try. What's the point of being there if nothing goes my way? What's the point of chasing towards what will always disappear? I can't find the secret light. It has never come out on any night. Been sleeping on my own life. No experience. How can I have an opinion? Can't relate to the songs I've been listening. No one sees me as what I'm meant to be. I can't even see me. Things go wrong too much of the time. The universe pulling one over on me all of the time. Been sleeping on my own life. Been sleeping on my own life, all my years slipping away. Could someone really be this stupid, daydreaming day by day? Every generation is lapping me on the track. Been sleeping on my own life. 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 Teens and 20s are supposed to be the best years of your life. When the story begins to start, if you miss the starting gun, you'll break your own heart.
I wasted the best years of my life. I can only question what rock stars I'd have played with, the paintings I would have plastered on the museum walls. I'm the character in the movie that falls before they even begin. Been sleeping on my own life. 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 Been sleeping on my own life.
Damn.
That was really good.
That one hits hard.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Devern, you're a really good writer too, so stop putting us up on pedestals.
Yeah, no,
You're right there with us, bud.
hell yes, you are. And as far as that line about nobody seeing what you're supposed to be, oh, trust and believe. I see you.
I see you too. And you know those things that you could do, you still can.
Every dream you've ever had, you have the talent to make happen. The photography, the art, the writing, all of it. You're gonna do amazing things.
Hey! And we got Dink in the chat now, and we got Jamie in the chat now. That is a great picture of you, Jamie. Seriously. And Jamie sent something for us. Retrieving. Unavailable? Stop sharing it! Said these poems are getting to her. You know, you can always jump on and share if you want. I can send you the link. Says I can't get the note. And also for everybody that's new to the chat or hasn't been in for a while, remember to give us a like, give us a follow. That way, if you have the Spreaker app on your phone or whatever, you'll get notified when we go live. Here we go. I see. So, I take it the word easy is not part of this, I think. Jamie. So, she sent me a screenshot. Let me just read through this really fast so that way I don't stagger, stumble, and trip up on all the words.
Okay. While you're reading through that,
this is good, Jamie.
Okay.
Go for it.
Oh, no, if you're ready, go ahead. I can wait.
All right, here we go. Without a question, you are here for me and have good intentions. So why can't I let these things go? Why can't I flip a switch and think clearly? Block this flow of negativity so more positivity could flow through. After drawing off deception of what my life could become, there's no reason to think that this way anymore. There's so much more to look forward to than my mind ever gives my life credit for. Self-sabotaging and erasing the me I long to know. I need to stop fighting these demons because things are better. They aren't mine anymore. You see the pieces of me scattered, time and time again. Sorry about that. Trying to put me back together. I just wish I could be easier, or it could be easier, than constantly rebuilding this puzzle.
Wow.
That was really good, Jamie.
That was amazing.
That was so good.
The self-sabotaging and erasing the me I long to know. That is oh my god, a page right out of my life. God, we have some seriously talented listeners too.
I know, right?
Holy shit.
So talented.
Gosh. We have.
So Ariel, about that open mic thing, I think it's happening right now.
Right? Oh, I have something written, and this is actually written with men and their mental health in mind. So to all of the guys out there who are listening to this, I want you to know that I mean every single word of this, and I hope that you really like it.
You'd be surprised at how many times a man sits in his car, on his bed, in the bathroom, in the living room, and holds in his tears because he's too stressed or lost or confused or hurt or he's ready to give up. But when he shows his face again, he looks perfectly fine, unbothered, and he still manages to smile and go about his business like nothing happened. Men are some of the most resilient, overlooked, and in my mind, underappreciated to go through so much. So can I speak to your spirit for a moment? You are the glue that holds everything and everyone together. Your very presence is power, and when you speak, it resonates, and yet your silence is deafening. And all that you go through as you fight for not only who you are, but for who you are striving to be. Just know I see you. And if you're a man and you're hearing this, I just want to say that I appreciate you. When you can't win the day, just keep winning the moment and know that I see you. It all starts from the inside out.
Okay. You broke me on that one.
Oh,
God.
oh.
Thank you, Bexy.
I love you, Eve.
I love you too. And I know some of you guys that's so true. We talk about this shit all the time.
Yes. It's so true, and it hurts so much to think that not only is the stigma around mental health bad, but the stigma around men's mental health is so horrible.
Terrible.
It is so much worse. Because you're supposed to be strong and silent and stoic and just, support everybody around you. But sometimes you just need somebody to say, hey, I see you. I see you fighting all of these battles, and you hold your sword with a shaky hand, but you're still holding it, and you're still fighting all of these demons. And that's amazing.
It really is.
Oh my God. I can't breathe.
Oh. Oh.
Did you ever follow Men Heal UK on Twitter?
Yes, I do. He's actually a very good friend, and he has actually credited me with saving his life a couple of times.
I helped out once too. He said he credited me once as well.
Yeah.
When I was Sue Denham, 18.
I still talk with him occasionally. He's not online as much as he used to be, but he was doing, the last time that I talked to him, he was doing a whole lot better.
Tell him I said hi, although you probably have to let him know that it's Sue Denham.
I will. I will, definitely. He's the one who told me that he thought my positivity would break the internet one day. I still think that's the greatest compliment I've ever gotten.
I think it's true, though. I'm not crying. I'm cutting onions, Devin.
Oh.
I'm crying. Wow. That was amazing.
All of these are amazing.
Yeah, more men really need to hear that.
I actually made a...
You know who I think needs to hear it more? The women that want to erase the men that need to hear that.
Yeah. I actually put a video on TikTok of me reading that, and I've shared it to my Twitter and my Instagram as well.
Hey, did you know that your nose runs when you cry?
Yes, I do. That's why I've had to mute you guys and lay the phone down so I can blow my nose, because I am just a river of snot.
It's been a long time since I've cried that hard. Well, I mean,
I know.
I've cried that hard. But, you know what I mean. Good tears.
I know.
Good tears.
Yes. I wanted this to be heard, and so far, I don't know how many, how far it's spread or anything. I don't know how many likes I've gotten on it because it's just a girl reading from a page, but
That girl reading from a
I
page
just,
still matters.
I just,
Exactly.
it needed to be said. It needed to be said. It needs to be heard by so many people. And yeah.
Definitely. I agree.
Let's see here. Nope. Aw. I have a note here. April 21st, 2017. My now 6-year-old started calling me Dad today. She started calling me Dada, and tonight, for the first time ever, she actually called me Daddy.
Aww.
Aww. That's so sweet.
Yeah, I thought I wrote something down in here. Nope.
Oh, I have one little short blurb I can read.
Ooh, I found one.
Okay.
I found one too.
To nobody in particular, when I find myself delving into the darkest quarters of my soul, I find only one album worthy of listening to. This album represents so many things to me, almost none of it good. I feel nothing in these times. Nihilism at its finest. Self-loathing is more of an afterthought than it is a feeling. The album is one of the artist's own struggle of their own demons, where they pull back the curtain and is the deepest recesses of the mind and soul. Harsh, soft, aggressive, passive, and throughout it all, frustration and angst. I am beginning to put the album on loop, and only a few know the significance of me listening to this album. Fewer still well enough to know the album without me naming it. All I see is the deepest shade of mushroom blue. I am trash.
I think I know it.
I actually dropped a line directly from the album on there, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You said you had a blurb?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. C, do you want to go ahead first?
No, you go first. I want to hear
Okay.
it.
Let's see. Do you know how you know that your light shines so bright it reaches even the darkest spirits? When the people who hate on you start to mimic you because they studied you so hard, looking for flaws that they got inspired without even knowing it.
You know, that's kind of like Coyote Peterson for me, to be honest. I went looking to watch some idiot get stung, and I wound up being inspired by it.
I mean, I kind of did the same thing. I mean, you're telling me about these videos, and I'm like, oh, cool. Let me watch this. Let me watch this jackass get stung by insects, and then there were many, many rabbit holes.
Yeah, you wind up learning things and actually enjoying it for the reasons that he went out to set out to do it for, which wasn't watch me get stung because I'm an idiot.
No, it was very much an educational experience and a great one at that.
Aw, Jamie,
At least.
your comment just hit right to the core of why this podcast exists. And it's, yay, this gives me such a warm, fuzzy feeling. You want to read it back to your C?
I'm trying to find it.
I can't see it, so...
As hard as these thoughts are to write out, I'm thankful to be able to hear each of your thoughts. Makes me realize I'm not alone.
Oh, I'm glad you don't feel alone anymore.
Yeah, and we've had a few people come and listen that they full on thought that they had imposter syndrome because, like, I'm not diagnosed with anything, blah, blah, blah. Well, they were a regular listener on the show. They still listen. They just don't listen live because they're actually in therapy during the show. I would rather that they're in therapy than listening to the show live, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if in a perfect world, they'd be able to do both. Like, schedule the appointments for another time. But I get it. Life doesn't work that way. So
Right.
if you have to
Exactly.
choose, by all means, take the therapy. You can always catch up later. But they started out feeling like an imposter in the chat room. They came in to support me as a friend. They wound up being a guest and made us cry and was one of our most powerful guests.
Aww.
And yeah, they're not an imposter. They don't feel like one anymore.
I believe I know who you're talking about.
Yep. And Ariel sent you another one, Bex.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Man, we've been doing this for 2.5 hours almost now.
This has been
Wow.
cathartic for me. I like it.
Same. This is
Okay,
really good.
here we go. This world's so different today, without sex and STDs and may I take your order, please? The sanity that once was, it's all down the drain, washed away like rain. What happened to the past? Now we're filled with lies and broken family ties. Keeping the superficial status, stay thin and pretty, absorb all the pity. Escape all of your problems. There's drugs and suicide. It's cool to want to hide. So sit and dream alone. You're now stuck in this hell. You'll fit in so well.
I can relate.
Oh, me
Oh,
too.
I can relate.
Especially stuck in the hell.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm sure there's others that are listening that can relate as well.
Right.
And it's so crazy to think that you feel so alone, yet you're surrounded by so many people who also feel so alone. It is one of the most bizarre things about humanity for me.
Me too. I spent 37 years. 30 years feeling like I was the only one who felt the way that I did. Feeling like every day a piece of me died until it just got to the point where there was no more of me left to give. And that was the day that I just gave up. And then there was E. And there was another mutual friend.
Who needs to get on the show?
Yes. and suddenly I wasn't alone anymore. And then through them, there were so many other people. There was Ariel. There was my Minxie.
Love you, Minxie.
Oh, I love her so much.
Penny.
Yes, Penny. BIM.
BIM. Yeah, BIM for sure.
Definitely. Just so
V.
many people that have, yes, I love V. So many people that have touched my life impermeably and forever.
And when I say V, I mean Vanya, but there's also Veraki, another one that was
Yes,
amazing.
yes. Two of them,
Yes.
and there's Kels and Deb.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep. It was such a great group. Sean.
oh my God, Sean.
You used to hide in his bushes and spy on him.
I know.
And I had cameras all
And
over
I'd
through your
hold-
house.
And I'd hold his beer while he took the diaper. Because he was going to do something stupid.
This was our old group
It's
of
like-
boobs on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
There was, I shared a photo once of Adam sitting on top of a longhorn. And Sean was like, I'd have to have a few beers to do that. And I might need a diaper. And I was like, well, lucky for you, I always carry a diaper in my purse. And he's like, damn it, Bex, hold my beer and hand me that diaper.
There were so many just great people and great minds in there. And sometimes they clashed. That's what happens when you have big personalities. But I love every single one of those people that came through. Those that
Me
stayed
too.
and those that came and vanished. And then those that came back.
Yep, me too.
It was a hell of a time. Oh my God. I would never trade those days away for anything. Nothing.
Meeting some of those people in person was the greatest experience.
I have yet to meet any of them in person.
I know. I got to meet 3 of them.
I am so fucking jelly. There's just not enough bread to take it all. But I do have an update. All of you remember R, who came on and shared about. Well, let's just say this was the person that we all plotted murder for their sake. And we pushed her to write her book. Well, right now, because of her job, she is extraordinarily busy during tax time. And tax time's extended a little bit, again, because of COVID. But the intro and Chapter 1 are done, and Chapter 2 is being worked on. So the book is progressing.
Ooh.
For those who are not aware, this is a book for the people who have children or someone else in their family that have something really traumatic happen to them. It's something to help support the support. It's to help the help. Her daughter was raped by her brother when her daughter was like 3-4 years old. And her world shattered too. No, that was her brother. Her world shattered too. She couldn't find help for herself. Everywhere she went for help, people were like, oh yeah, we can help. So here's resources to help your daughter. Here's resources so you can help your daughter. Here's resources so you can help your daughter. She's like, I'm not trying to be a bad person here. I understand that my daughter's world is more destroyed than mine. But mine's destroyed too, and I could use a little help. Oh yeah, well here's how you help your daughter. This book is meant for, here's how you help you. And she's been working with some psychologists and psychiatrists and stuff to, yeah, it's a work in progress. I got to read some of it in its early draft form. It's going to be great. And this person, she carries a degree in literature. You know, she wanted to be a journalist and writer. I think this is better than anything journalism could ever do. And I highly advise against playing Words with Friends against her. She will fucking destroy you. I have only come close to winning like a couple of times. But then depression kicks in and I can't really play anymore.
Yeah, you would get mad at me.
Yeah.
When we played Words with Friends, you're like, damn it.
But I still want to keep playing. I was like,
yes.
Damn it, I lost again. Damn it, I lost again.
Don't play against Ariel. She's really good too.
I know! She kicked my ass too! But literally got the word schlemiel against me. Is this person. It actually is a word in Words with Friends. Oh my god, I got destroyed. It was so destroyed, I actually made a meme about it. Doing like the different rage faces, like the, I'm gonna get you, hey, I got a good word. Are you fucking kidding me? Let me ask. And also, for everybody that's new to the chat or long time in returning, thank you for joining us. Seriously. Sadly, you came in on our season finale, so we're going to be gone for 3 weeks, planning out the next season, taking a little break. Yeah. And Kat, I did just ask if it has a title. I'm just waiting for a reply. It's been a hell of a ride. Seriously, this podcast is now a year and a season old. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like, seriously, this just... It doesn't feel like it's been that long. But then you look at, like, the struggle of that first season, because got everything scheduled, ready to go, COVID hit, half of my guests were essential workers. Fuck my season. It was fly by the seat of my pants while it was on fire, trying to get it all put together. And I cobbled together a season, and I thought it went rather well. It went well enough where we got enough donations to go from 45-minute episodes to 3-hour episodes, which was fantastic. Absolutely blew my mind. I couldn't believe that that happened. And then that's why I was like, you know what? If you guys really want to help out, here's a way to donate. I don't want to do advertisements. At the time, when I first founded it, this whole thing, I was like, yeah, I'll get to about 10,000 listeners, and then I'll start doing advertisements. I don't want advertisements. Let's not do advertisements. Let's keep the advertisements out of this.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine in the middle of Bexy's poem there about for the men ripping? Hey, well, stop! I got to be able to not cry while I do this advertisement here. No, God no.
And this week's sponsor is Skillshare. Sad poetry that you can start writing. Look at
Oh God, that's amazing!
I love you, C. Oh my God.
That was so great. Of course, there's like, hi, we are trying to reach you to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah.
Now one day, someone's going to actually take that little tiny clip I just did, and I'm going to hear it on the phone call. It's like, wait, that's my voice. What the fuck? Assholes.
Seriously, those people will try to get to you no matter what. Like, if the world was ending and you're next to a payphone and they would call you just to get you about your car's extended warranty, even if you don't have a car.
With all sincerity, my first, God, I was only 3 weeks into my job with the apron strings cut. You know, I'm now doing the regular customer service stuff. Got a call from someone. They were asking for a very specific person, knew their extension. We don't give out the extensions for shit. And I was like, let me go ahead and message them. And it's like, is this about a case? He's like, yeah. I'm like, can I get the case number? He's like, no, they'll know. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I messaged them, hey, this is what I've got there. Same little sketch, but this is what they knew and all that. 10 minutes later, I get a call back. Yeah, they were calling about my car's extended warranty. Not even kidding.
Telling you, they'll try to get you no matter what.
And I'm like, how the hell did they get your extension since we never give those out? And he's like, I have no idea. He's like, I got to get a new extension.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting the reply, Kat. If I do get one, I'll let you know for sure. It's only an hour ahead for us. But, yeah, she's in tax season right now, and she basically does 12-hour days during this time. So, yeah, she may be in bed. But seriously, guys, I'm thinking now's a good time to wrap up. What do you guys think?
I think so.
So thank you again for everybody that's listening. For you guys that are here, I mean, week in, week out. Holy shit. You guys have the same kind of dedication that we do. And
you guys are seriously the most amazing listeners in the world.
I'm not going to lie. Oh, go for it, C.
I just wanted to say, and thank you all for sharing such emotional and personal things. I appreciate it greatly.
As do I.
Oh, and I do as well. It's, you know, as great as it is for E and C and I to be able to share things, it makes it a million times better when you guys come back at us and say, hey, I've got something you can share.
Absolutely. So things to look out for in the future. I'm going to update the website again, put the current seasons in, remove the login and sign up shit because we're not doing that. I'm going to put a link to our Discord. We do have a Discord. You know, I'm going to throw a link in the chat here. We don't do a lot in it because it's pretty dead right now, but the more people that get in there, the more active it will become. That's just the nature of the beast. No, I don't want to do it on there. Anything goes. Invite. Oh. Expires never! No limit to the number of uses. I don't agree in letting the link expire. So, here you guys go. In the chat.
It'll just live on.
Hey, I pasted it and I hit return. Why did it not? Did my chat go bork? I think
mine does it all the time.
So does mine.
I think mine went bork.
Let me see if I can do something about that.
Yeah, because the last thing that I saw was, does it have a title? There's a whole bunch more. Holy crap. See, Devern, this was amazing. Cat, no ads, blah. Ariel, do ads for Bexy's poetry books? Well, of course. Of course. You know, we did a little advertisements for Rachel Conway when she had her private practice, but she's no longer doing a private practice. Kat, of course, oh my gosh, yes. Devern, LOL, see y'all was tight with that. May, smiley faces. Oh yeah, this is over your advertisement. The side effects may include... Kat, I get at least one a week. Dink, ask them what kind of car you own. Watch them stumble. Thank you for giving me a way to play with them. Put a bonio. Good stopping place. Thanks everyone for your words tonight. May, Ariel, yes, thank you all for sharing. Jamie, glad I tuned in. Got a lot from this. Kat, fantastic podcast tonight. Thanks to everyone. Devern, well, shit. I have to get a Discord? May, I need a Discord tutorial. I'm old. Oh, come on. I'm old too. And you know what? If Kat
I had to have one too, May.
And Kat figured out Discord. There's no excuses. Ariel, you should make a poetry channel on there. Done. I will get that done tonight. Kat, also
awesome.
Thank you for sharing your words. Ariel, it's sent. Kat, bork bork. Devern, woof and bork bork. Bonk by Ariel. And Bexy just sent a expires in 7 days one. Don't use that one, use mine. Go ahead and use either one. Dink.
I was like,
thanks,
I just sent what I could find.
We are now at 332 comments on this episode. Holy shit, guys.
Wow.
Wow. You guys are amazing. Seriously. You're why. I mean, there's been a number of times I've been like, you know, do I really want to keep doing this? Do I really want to come in on this episode? Do I really It's you guys. More than anything, it's you guys. The guests always draw me in. But it's like, Bex may be here thinking that she's supporting me. I'm here supporting Bex. I'm here supporting C. But you guys in the chat, you guys support us so much.
Definitely.
Like, seriously, I hate you less than most. Because I hate everybody. I hate everybody. No, I love you guys. Seriously, you guys are amazing. We will be back in 3 weeks. It'll be in episode 0. For those that are familiar, yay! For those that aren't, episode 0 is where we come in. It's short, usually. I don't think we've ever had an episode 0 go more than 45 minutes. But it's just a quick update about what to expect in the coming season, what changes may have been made along the way, what kind of goals may have been hit with the donations to allow us to do certain things. I still really do want to get our own app. I really do. But right now we're at that. We have reoccurring fees coming up. We have the podcast host. We have the website. Those are 2 big hits. And then I still do want to get the apps. Also paying for Zoom. That way we can do this without being interrupted all the fucking time. Zoom really is the best for audio. Like, seriously, blows Skype out of the water, blows Facebook out of the water, blows Discord for some reason does not work well with my system. I don't know why. Yeah, everything we use, even like FaceTime, it blows it out of the water. It's amazing. But every one of these things do have a cost. And again, thank you all for doing everything you can to help out. Seriously.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yes, we appreciate y'all so much.
This is an institution. Don't you quit on us. Kat, of course, I work in the technology services department. Background, updates, etc. Ariel, Discord is also not good without headphones. Yeah, but I have headphones. You've seen me. You've been a guest.
I think that as long as you guys are out there listening to us, we're gonna keep putting on these shows, and it's gonna keep going.
You guys are the wind beneath our wings. But I actually mean it, not just the joke. Seriously.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Oh, Ivania, blah, blah, blah. Okay, does your book have a title? Bonk, bonk.
Just had to pop in and give you grief. I know it's the end. LOL. Says Afanya. Fucking move. God damn it.
Because I saw that bonk bonk again. It was all fucking bonk bonk. You know what I need to do? Fucking moo.
Fucking move.
Oh. You talked about your book in the chat. Oh, awesome. The book
That's
is titled
awesome.
What About Me? That is the perfect name for the book. Because just like we were saying, too, I was like, that whole thing of, yes, but what about me? Oh, well, here's help for your child. No, but what about me? That's the perfect name. No, I did not, LOL. Yeah, you did. I'm pretty sure. Someone can confirm. Otherwise, I totally fucking name drop this one. Damn it.
I think you actually did do a name drop on that.
I may have. Yvonne's got a memory like a fucking bear trap.
I'm pretty sure that you did, hun.
Sorry. Damn it. I thought you did. I'm wrong. I'm in the wrong. I admit it. I fucked up. And with that, see you in 3 weeks. Remember to give us likes, gives us the loves, gives us the shares, get other people to listen. Again, I am the one that fucked up. I am E.
I'm Bexy.
And I'm C.
And we will see you, in 3 weeks.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Take care.